welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to show you a device called an analog pass-through digital converter box. Now, these came out right when they were going to turn off the analog signal. Unfortunately, not everybody had the money to pay for digital cable. Roku stuff like Roku devices were not as available as they are now. So I'm going to show you how to set one of these up. I am not going to go through the channel setup. I'm just going to go through the setup of the device because unfortunately on this TV I do not have cable running to it because it is a test machine monitor. So as you see here, if I open it up, turn the box this way, I have the device in here. Now this device was actually given to me because somebody that had it didn't need it anymore. They were like, hey, would you like it? So I said yes. So this right here is the device itself. This is what it looks like. So this is nicer than some of the devices I have seen. So what I do is I take this is known as a coaxial cable, and I am actually going to hook this up. Just give me a minute to undo the there we go. So I'm going to put that right here, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug the coaxial cable into this monitor, even though it is a TV. So there we go. So what I'm going to do now is take this cable. Here we go. And this is one of the push-in style ones. So there we go. So now I am plugged into the TV, and on here I put the TV out, so that way I could see what's going on. So as soon as I plug this box in, I should get this signal. So just give me a second and I'll do that. Oh, and I've got to make sure it is on channel 4. There is a little switch right here, so as soon as I turn that, we can keep going. There we go. All right. So the box is turned off, but it's getting power. So push the button, turns green. There we go. All right. So this has never, ever been set up. So I got to unbox the remote. There we go. Now what's nice about this device is I can keep this hooked up, and what I can do is I could run stuff through it and see how computers look there are cards that I can get that are output. Either they're USB or you buy a physical card and I can run it, hook it up composite, and we can run it through here, and you can have some really, really cool things going on. And also, with this device, you can hook it up to a TV that doesn't have composite, which is the red, yellow, and white. So let's say you have a brand new TV, you know it's going to have the coaxial setup, so you get one of these, and there you can play all your old stuff. Okay, so now, there we go. So I am not going to do that. So if I click OK, I guess it automatically does it. So RF air, what does that mean? That means we used to be able to watch TV through an antenna. If you see an older house or a house that was built in the late 60s, you would see antennas. That's how we used to watch TV. Then it became you couldn't watch certain channels unless you got cable. Now you cannot watch TV unless you have cable or a streaming service. Now I do not have an antenna hooked up to this. So if I receive any channels, it's going to be really, 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 really cool that I'll be able to do that. But that's not why I'm hooking this up. I'm hooking this up so that way I can use the composite ports on here to use to do certain things. All right, I am going to do next. That's where I'm at. There's nothing there. And if I go to input, menu, so I could do input, auto scan, signal strength. I do not have an antenna hooked up to this, so I'm not going to get any signal strength. Audio video, display mode, it's telling me that's the input. So it's air. So basically whatever I plug into here, here's how this works. This will act as an RF emulator. What is that? An RF emulator, what happens is you have, let me turn the camera down a little bit. Here. So this will also act as an RF emulator. Alright, so here's what an RF emulator does. What it does is it takes the signal coming in from the composite and goes through here and comes out here. Now, a lot of people did that when they bought a certain type of system that had the 64 in it. You could have bought an RF switch separately, but at that time they were kind of expensive. So you would buy that. That would be like $10. The RF switch itself would be 20. Mind you, this is the mid 90s, so $10 at that time was a lot. So basically, what would happen is, in this case, is the signal would come in from your cable line or your antenna, and it gets converted. But I am not using that for this case. So this is how we used to watch TV. The reason that these exist is at the time, digital stuff was really, 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 really expensive. And not everybody had the money. So that's why they had these. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.